Welcome to Riverbend Talon on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Riverbend Talent on the Big Z, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company, by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance, and our engineer tonight brought to you by
Michael Crider.
Right. Who you owe a thank you to.
I owe Michael Crider a thank you?
Yeah, I mean, you got to bail out and get paid last week. Paid vacation.
Paid vacation.
Because who covered for you?
Would that be probably a honky?
That would be Michael Crider.
Michael Crider covered?
That's
I didn't hear it. I wasn't here. I thought Alex
told you who you. I told you who you owed an apology to.
You know what? I'm going to send him a check.
Okay, do that.
Hey, Mike, you got a check coming someday. Right. I promise checks in the mail.
He's with farmers out there by the airport in Bethalto.
I missed it. I was out of town, so I didn't get to hear the show. I'm sure Mike was... we've had Mike on the show as a guest before. How did he do as a host?
Well, even if you'd have been here, you'd have missed it. So that's not an excuse.
even if I'm in the studio, I miss it. I'll be honest. I don't know where I am right now.
Oh, yeah. So I'll tell you where we're at. We have a returning guest this week, and that is... a band who I'm very surprised they even decided to come back after the last time they were here, because, you know, we threw them under the bus. We outed them as part of the Illuminati. Right?
What, they know about that?
Oh. Yeah, the Wild and Free. They were trying to hold a secret from us. Something about Washington, D.C. They didn't want to let it out, and we're like, isn't that
they're not wrong.
Isn't that the place where the pentagram is in the middle of the city, if you look at it from the sky, and everything's laid out in perfect ley lines? And
so you guys...
But, you know, they denied it. They denied it all. They wanted to talk about bounce houses. Right?
That sounds like a Rachel comment.
Right. Bounce houses and food, mainly.
Definitely Rachel.
And we were totally blamed for, you know, the starvation to pull the information out of them about the Illuminati. Obviously, you try to deprive them of food first, right?
Well, that's the first thing you do.
And in the end, we didn't even talk about their band. We talked about the band Men in Heat. Way more than nice. So, you know, I'm surprised they're back. But they are the Wild and Free. They are the Wild and Free.
They are, and I'm surprised they're back too. I forgot about the whole Illuminati connection and the withholding of the food. That got ugly there.
I know.
I remember my journal. This the third day.
They almost changed their name to Chocolate Covered Strawberry.
That's true.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
So how about chocolate?
That's also Rachel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like how Rachel's not here, but everything we're talking about is all Rachel comments.
Now, I don't know about that. I don't remember the chocolate covered strawberry, but I wanted to name a band Chocolate Covered Terrence McKenna. I don't know if anybody will get that reference or not. But, I know.
So Rachel is the lead singer and writes the lyrics.
And
right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
She woke up not feeling well today is the story I hear.
Right.
Not feeling good.
No, she knew what she was going to run into.
Now we're getting down. I know why she's not here. I had forgotten about this. She's home right now, 33.
So who was brave enough to show up from the Wild and Free?
Well, we've got Dan down there on the far end, because Dan is a bold man.
Mm-hmm. Founding member.
A founding member. Guitar player. Dan, and how you doing tonight, Dan?
Hey, I'm doing well. Glad to be here.
I'm glad that, unlike Rachel, you were not afraid to come back. I'm sure she's home shaking right now. In the middle, we got Marc, the drummer.
Yes, sir. How we doing?
Now, were you with us last time, Marc?
I was not here.
I was going to say, I remember a cute face, and I don't remember.
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Dee. Were you here last time, Dan? I don't remember. No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember a cute face. so anyway,
Marc is the drummer.
Marc is the drummer.
Nice.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, Marc.
Thank you for having us, man.
Apparently, we may withhold food from you. We may hold you captive for reasons I don't know that are unforeseen at this moment. But apparently, we did it last time to your band. So just prepare yourself.
I'm a go with the flow person.
I'm going to hand you my little notebook, and as you're held captive, and you can day 3, the starvation is killing killing me. Day 4, the buildup of feces is terrible. You know what I mean? Because you're in a little cage, I'm just assuming. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to go about this night.
We lock them in a cage, and when it's time to drum, we let them out for like 20 minutes at a time.
Right? Now, that is the voice.
That is true.
That is the voice of Mike, who is the guitar player and co-songwriter.
That is correct.
So you and Rachel
Also founding member.
That is also correct.
Right.
With Dan.
Who also plays hockey.
Hey,
Hey!
good. You're good.
You did your homework.
Now, what kind of hockey? I'm not going to say.
Hold on, just like a Canadian. You say he plays hockey, he's like, hey. Hey.
Maple syrup, eh?
Not really the best Canadian accent.
Maple syrup, eh?
So there you go. That is Dan, Mike, and Mark, and the missing members. We got Zach, the bass player, who is MIA. Zach also afraid to return to the show for fear of being starved and accused of being Illuminati members or whatever it is we've done.
Now, was Zach in the band back then in 2019 Turner Fest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making
He
sure.
had just joined.
Just joined. He was in the band maybe 3 or 4 months before that show.
Okay.
There you go. And then singer Rachel and singer and co-songwriter.
Yes.
There you go. So that is the band, The Wild and Free. And man, 2019 Turner Fest, is that when they were
Yeah.
on with us? So it has been a couple years since you guys were
This
on.
weird thing happened last year that we don't talk about anymore.
Yep.
So it'll go
last
away.
year didn't happen.
Right. We're ignoring that. But you guys stayed pretty busy during that time, as you always do, releasing video after video after
Totally.
video, right? Which is Dan taught us last time, kind of the idea behind what you guys do. Keep things fresh, stay at the top of those Google search engines, and put stuff out all the time.
That was kind of the play. Less shows, and we might as well put out more music, right? So we just tried to stay as relevant as we could. We put out a record during the heart of COVID, and just got right back to starting on our second record.
Now, you had a 5-song EP originally, then you put out an 11-song album.
Yes.
Is that what we're talking about right there? Or is
Right.
there another one since then?
No, so that's
Okay.
it. So yeah, we released an EP called Weight of the World, which was 5 songs off the record, just to kind of put it out there. And then we released a record called Fight Back last September, and we've been promoting that. Very proud of our first record, but not resting on our laurels too long and getting right to work on number 2.
Now, is the album called Fight Back last September, or is it called Fight Back and it was out last September?
Just Fight Back out last September.
I wasn't
Thanks
sure.
for clarifying.
Like, that is a crazy name for an album.
Yeah.
Fight Back last September.
During the
I like
corona,
it.
that's a mouthful.
I think it's an ode to 9/11. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I tell you, they're so fresh with new stuff. They just put out a brand new video, April 2nd.
And
they
that
didn't want to
was-
fool everybody on the first, so they waited to the second.
and that was the song we went to DC.
Right.
to
Full
record.
circle.
See?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And now we're here.
It was released by the Illuminati.
There. Illuminati Productions presents.
True. That's how these things go, right?
That's the one.
Wow.
So explain how.
How do these things go?
Dan, take it away.
All right. So we reached out to a few producers trying to figure out the next steps for our second record. And there's a guy named Matt Squire in Washington, D.C., who did a lot of our favorite bands growing up, All Time Low, Panic at the Disco, Demi Lovato, stuff like that. And we were just like, we need to go work with him. And I guess Mike sent him a message on Instagram and was like, hey, we'd love to work with you. Would you want to check out a song? And he actually replied and was like, yeah, this is awesome. Let's do it. And a few months later, we were on the plane heading to D.C. and we tracked this song.
Now, okay, so you don't get to, you're not Peter Griffin, you're not Homer Simpson, you don't get to just jump on a plane. You got to have plane tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, this endeavor isn't as easy as you made it sound. you kind of blew past a whole lot. I mean, that's a pretty expensive thing for a band to do, to fly out to
Yeah.
D.C.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and so like with Matt Squire, did you have to book studio time? Did he have a studio that he had just invited you to? How did that all play out there?
Yeah, so he has. So he had been working out in LA for a while, and then he wanted to kind of get back to his roots and kind of do the underground pop punk scene again. And that's where he has his home studio in right outside DC and somewhere in Maryland.
Yeah.
And it was, I guess, like a detached garage from like a guest house or something. That. Yeah, everything was made. Yeah.
No, it was just funny. I'm just reminiscing now. This guy's made legitimately some of our favorite records.
Right.
And he's a big producer that we look up to. And the studio is amazing, but when you pull up, it, like Dan described, it's just a normal house, detached garage, looks very ordinary. And we like so starry-eyed and green. We're like, oh, we got scammed. This isn't it.
Yeah, and then he gave us the he texted us because he wasn't there yet. He was at his regular house,
right? So
and he was like, "Hey, here's the code for the studio if you want to check it out."
Studio, and we went sightseeing that day. We went, saw everything, and we were having a good time. But I had this feeling in my stomach. I'm like, what if this isn't Matt Squire's studio? And we meet some guy named Bubba or something. It's all creepy, but
we opened the studio door and we just see gold and platinum records, and we're like, oh, we're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Like, here we are.
I'm embarrassed to our reaction. We had a moment, and it was cool because it's the records we grew up with. Like we're musicians, of course, but like I would say we're more fans of music. It's like when you're in high school and you have that first date or whatever. All those records are platinum and gold on the wall. We're like, oh my god, this is where like our favorite songs were recorded. So we were like, we're on holy ground.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
We're like the most uncool band ever, but we were freaking out, and it was a blast.
Well, I love the fact that you pull up and he's not there, and it's just a house and a 2-car garage, and you're like, it's Matt Squire with one T. It's different Matt Squire.
Totally.
We paid a lot of money for nothing, man. He's like, here's the code. Go on into the studio, and you walk in, and there's like an old realistic microphone and a little 4-track. And
we're like, oh no.
It could happen, but
a couple of cassettes that are spray painted gold hanging on the wall.
It says the real Matt Squire.
Oh my gosh, that had to be hilarious at that moment to be like, oh no, we just paid a lot. We just wasted a lot of money.
I was sweating bullets because I was the one who booked it, and I talked to Matt, and he doesn't have a blue check mark on his Instagram. Which isn't the biggest deal, but it's like someone of his caliber. You think he have one, right? So I'm like, what if this isn't real? And it's all Mike's fault. But it clearly, like Dan said, we saw the records and we knew very quickly we were in the right place.
All right, so I'm an old man, so
Right.
Just going to ask a question. Is a blue check mark on Instagram kind of like a brown dot on Tinder? Okay, I don't know if any of that's true.
the blue dot just means you're verified. So the
Same thing as the brown dot. Okay,
the
perfect.
brown dot. I haven't heard of the brown dot, but it is the same thing.
That is a good name for a band, the brown dot.
Brown dot.
Weren't you telling me the brown dot had something to do with fecal matter?
That was a band that I was in 78.
I'm not sure what you were talking about that night.
All I know is
Hey,
swipe
you
right.
know what we need to talk about, though, is what's going on tonight around the river bend. We always
that's
do
right.
that, right?
I kind of forgot to take care of that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's,
that's why I'm gonna
Thursday night,
interrupt.
things are going on already.
Yeah, exactly. Like the sea shanty sing-along down at Morrison's Irish Pub. That's sailor music, right?
Yeah,
Everyone-
Irish whiskey drinking, sing-along music, man. Everybody in the whole bar gets to get drunk and sing together.
So,
And that is happening right now.
So I want to pass along to people, the bands that listen in each week. I put some new links up at cottonmouth.org to help out the bands. We've got some places around town that are putting merch out for people, like the Alton Music Exchange, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and then Riverbend Records.
Right.
They offer consignment deals to local artists. And what inspired me to do this was I seen what Rustic Roots did up in Grafton. So they're featuring T-shirts each week from local businesses. And it's called Share a Shirt Round. They're on round 31.
Nice.
Right? And this week you get to win a T-shirt from The Intrusion.
There you go.
Right? So they're putting local band tees right there.
So how do you win it? Do you know that part?
There's all the kinds of information on Facebook. It's something to
There
do
you
with
go.
like brown dots and
I have blue check marks.
check marks and shares.
And swiping right.
All them fancy social media words.
There we go.
Right.
So there you go, man.
Yeah.
Win yourself an Intrusion shirt. And that band has been quite the intrusion since they have shown up on the scene, I got to say.
They sure
They're
have.
always doing something.
Also going on tonight, Across the Line, Fast Eddie's at 7 o'clock. And you were totally looking forward to some Fast Eddie's, weren't you?
It's happening. Mark's never been, so we gotta make him into a man.
So we've
He's got to
deprived.
wait till his 21st birthday.
Yo, it's happened.
Oh, I'm 21.
Just recently.
Not by much, okay?
Not by
'Cause I
much,
can
no.
tell. You got that poppin' fresh look.
Mark's 21 and a half now.
I'm 21 and 3/4. Thank you.
Yeah, don't talk to me like that, man. I've waited a long time.
Well, tonight you can officially go to the Bon Air.
Oh, really?
Right.
And who's going to be down there? Cross the line.
Right.
There we go.
Right. And we deprived Rachel of food last time and brought it up many times during the interview just to, agitate. So he's the one we're going to get tonight on the food.
All right. So, yeah.
There you go.
First, you have to admit to us what you've done. And I don't even know what I'm talking about.
There you go, Mike. Anyways, karaoke at Hiram's Bar, that's usually a $50 prize there.
Yeah, and I could use 50
You
bucks.
guys need to raise some money for your next record, man. 3-part
Yes.
harmony.
It's right over the
karaoke.
corner there. There you go.
Right?
You go down and win the
Yeah.
karaoke, $50. I think you get a free drink with that sometimes, too. I don't know.
So
I'm
no-
there.
I'm just making it up.
So now the conservatory with 2 open mics, including tonight. So they
Okay.
do it on Wednesday,
Right.
and now they're doing an acoustic open mic on Thursday nights from 7 to 11. So the conservatory and Alton, which you guys played, I want to say, but it was called something else then.
It's Bottle and Barrel.
Bottle and Barrel. Bottle and Barrel then?
I
don't think so.
No? No, you guys didn't. Okay, wrong band.
I mean,
We talked to a lot
Yes,
of
we
bands.
have played it
Yeah.
many times.
I forget.
We opened our
Okay.
last tour there.
Yeah.
So what else we got going on tonight?
Obviously, fake news. Open mic with Everhart and Light at Baker's and Hale tonight, 6
Nice.
to 10. Gabe Marshall, 7 to 10 at Georgia's local brew in Jerseyville. Jeremy Drake, 6 o'clock at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Scott, 6 to 9 at Old Harold Brewery.
Oh, I
And
know him.
there's a mystery tonight that you're going to have to solve, and that is, what Scott are we talking about, Pigpen?
We are talking about Scott, the guy who makes the lawn seed. Scott's lawn seed.
No. This is a past guest of the show. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, now we got a mystery going.
Oh.
We'll leave that for later. The final one tonight, Pat Liston. This is a steady gig the rest of the month. 7 o'clock at Copper Fire in Belleville. The
There you
legendary
go. Every
Pat.
Thursday?
Every Thursday and rest of April at least.
Excellent, excellent. So,
There you go.
So Scott, who is a past guest
See,
of ours.
now I got him.
We've only been on the air for about
This
what,
time,
4 or
instead
5
of talking
years,
about
doing
the
this
wild
once a
and
week.
free, we're going to talk about Scott.
Hey, look, you guys, stand down and stand by. No, I don't.
Man, I don't like this Scott guy anymore.
I didn't know I needed to bring in a safe word today.
Hey, last time,
Safe words, please stop.
last time our safe word was men in heat. We've calmed way down.
Oh my gosh.
That was a band that was playing somewhere.
Men in Heat?
Yeah.
That's
That's the Children of Men in Hats made a band. And I don't know if any of this is true.
You want to hit some Fridays, and then we'll get back to how these guys raised all that money to.
I want to hit something.
Yeah, okay, let's hit something. Let's hit the open mic tomorrow night down at Raging Cajun if they're still doing that. Or we could, or we could go to Fast Eddie's where they have really good food, Mike.
the best food in town.
But we're on the air till 7, and they close their kitchen at 7:30. Unfortunately, on Thursdays.
We're going to have to run fast.
No, they don't take orders after 7, and so
That's all big.
if you could get down there by 10 after, they might do it. But we're going to hold you at least 5 minutes late. So
Well,
I just need that popcorn and the peel and eat shrimp, and I'm good to go.
we actually called ahead and said these guys are coming. You might want to, shut down.
Shut it down.
shut her down, boys.
We have that
Shut
kind
her
of pull. We are the radio show in town.
You're right.
We're the media. We run things. Anyway,
Fake news.
We run things. Running things.
it's Scott
It ain't
Davis and Anthony Nanney, 2 to 6 on Friday night.
easy. Scott Davis.
Hollywood 5, 7 o'clock at Fast Eddie's Bone Air in Alton, which has music 7 nights a week. How about that?
7 nights a week. There you go.
There'll be live music at the Lodge. I'm not sure. It wasn't posted yet. The Lodge at Lovejoy in Alton on Friday night.
And probably some magic.
That's Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday.
That's Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I did.
Don't ever listen to me.
I did verify that with Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
That is not fake news. Could be exaggerated, but not fake.
Oh, my God.
Cabin Fever, 7 to 11 at Baker's and Hale and Godfrey on Friday. Laytham and Holmes, they're lawyers, 7 o'clock. Just kidding. I don't know if that's true. That could be fake news. But they'll be at the Moose in Wood River. So
All right.
Lanny and Judy, they're probably lawyers. 8 to 11. That's what we do in Madison County. That's a big job
Lawyering.
here.
There's lots of lawyers here.
8 to 11 at the Back Bar in Edwardsville. How about that?
Nice.
They're
Happy
back.
to hear they're back.
They're
Good.
back at the Back Bar.
Excellent.
Midlife, 7 to 10 at the Outlet at Edisons in Edwardsville.
I haven't made it out there to see a band yet. Do you even know? You know where they got them? Have you made it out there to see one? Yet?
They got their little place called the Outlet.
Well, I know where that is, but
Right.
I'm wondering in the outlet, like, is it where there was
Weather-
wasn't much? Yeah. Uh-oh. He just turned your mic off somehow, didn't he?
Wow, he's
he's
turning my
hitting
mic off.
random buttons.
He
over
knows how
there.
to take me out.
Look at Mark, man.
They got to be Illuminati.
He's like, I am so sick of these guys.
I have the power now.
the only time our mics cut out is when they're listening. Right?
Now they're right here.
I
so
think
they're
they told him
listening.
to get those guys.
I felt some sort of like static electricity go through the air, and I saw his eyes tingle, and then all of a sudden he just reached over and turned your mic off.
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
wow, this is out of control.
I apologize.
Sure you did.
Couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Back to Friday and our
I
mystery.
think I wasn't a self-destruct button, because we got one of those in here too. I mean,
It's right next to it.
remind me to never ride a plane with that guy. He just goes hits random buttons.
Right.
I don't want to get on a raft with him. Nothing that he can just take out with a single move. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
What else is going on?
I need your attention because our mystery continues.
Okay.
Scott is also playing 6 to 9 p.m. at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville on Friday night.
All right. Scott Davis.
No, he's doing something else on that other
Okay.
day. Here's a past guest, Butch Moore, 6 p.m. at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville.
All right. Yeah, I know
He was a
Butch.
blast. He was a blast.
Yeah, I know Butch. I don't know Scott. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Scott Robertson. That's the only other Scott
No,
I can think
no,
of.
this is a past guest.
All right.
Double wide duo, 7 p.m. at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon on Friday. You can do the next one because you're going to love it.
Double wide. Happy ending. 9:30 at Patrick's in Granite City. Good name, people. Good name. I love a happy ending. I'll pay extra for one.
Right.
How much? I'm wondering how much it is to get in Patrick's because it's like $5. It's like that's $5 for a happy ending. That's
Right.
pretty sweet.
That's a steal.
That is a good deal, people.
That's why you called your band Men in Heat. Because,
Jesus.
Opening for happy ending.
he
Men in
won't
Heat.
be there.
That makes sense.
Oh my gosh.
For real. Happy Ending is the name of the band, 9:30 at Patrick's in Granite City. And now everyone's going to remember that name for a long time.
Yes,
Good name. What can you
It is
say?
a good name.
What's our band tonight that we're talking to? on the
Wild
air?
and Free.
Oh,
The Wild and Free Happy Ending.
Free. The Wild and Free.
That's
They offer
like
two
calling
things.
the Jack and the Box. Yeah, I mean, there's just too many and those in there.
Sure.
We learned the last time the is important in their name.
It depends
Because
on
if
what
you search
is,
Wild and
is.
Free, you might have to scrub your browser, as you pointed out.
Listen,
So you want to put thewildandfreeband.com.
you're still probably gonna have to scrub your browser. I'm just saying some things on their site not for everybody. Yeah.
All right. So also taking place Friday night, Boulderdash, 7:30 to 10:30 at Mastermind Vodka. that's Illuminati. In Pontoon Beach.
Excellent.
Right?
They have a new Mastermind vodka has moved, and they now have a new a venue that has opened up with it. So you can go down there and enjoy some awesome vodka while you enjoy some awesome music.
You sound like a professional.
Ever since we had the what's his name, Pagano, in here, the mayor of Pontoon Beach, I
Right.
try to talk nice about Pontoon
Michael,
Beach.
right.
I will still talk mean about Brighton all day long
Okay.
until their mayors aren't. No, I don't know. Anyway,
Must be planning a move.
no.
Okay. John Evans, 7 to 10 at George's local brew in Jerseyville on Friday night. Jonathan Baker, 4 to 8
Right.
at Aries Resort and Winery in Grafton on Friday. Dave Horton Acoustic Country, 7 p.m. at Time Out Sports Bar in Troy. Graham Band, you mentioned him. No, that you mentioned his uncle Mike.
Oh, Mike Pagano, Grant Pagano.
Oh, the Graham
Stewie
Band.
Pantago, that's his real name.
6 to 10 p.m. at Triple Lakes Tavern in Dupo.
There we go.
And it's festival season.
It is.
It is officially
It is on.
this
man.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's on. Willow Springs Music and Arts Festival
Excellent.
in Tams, Illinois. Billy Nelson going to be there. Bongo
Awesome.
Jack, a whole list of bands. That's what a festival is.
Those are the
So-
two that you that we've had on the
Right,
recognize.
yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, check out the
whole
list and the
list.
links at cottonmouth.org.
There you go. And that is the Friday night. That's pretty
Yeah.
good, though. Things are really ramping up here, man.
Right. Yeah, so I was talking earlier, these guys seriously did raise some money to get this thing, and it was interesting how
Well,
they
that's
did
what
it.
I was saying. They
Yeah,
had
yeah,
to.
through their YouTube. I mean, not like how you raise money. These guys did it legit.
Look, I get paid for that, but I enjoy it.
Right.
I started
So-
working my way through college. No.
So remember how we talked about keeping things fresh
Yeah.
on their YouTube? So
Yeah.
they use that and social media. These guys are really good at this. So bands out there that want to know how to do this is a good band to pay attention to. They're doing it the
Hey.
right way, man. You guys are
Thanks,
keeping
man.
yourself fresh in the search engine by doing things often, right?
Yep.
And so tell them how you raised some money to record this record.
Hold on, can I guess? Car washing, you were all in bikinis. Except
Yeah.
Rachel.
Except Rachel. Rachel's fully clothed, but the 4 men, were all in bikinis. No, it was a little backwards.
That Smoke and Mirrors video, though, she was not. She was wearing a bikini in that.
halfway.
Right.
we got halfway.
Hey, was that you that was throwing the brownies?
I was eating the brownies.
Oh, you're eating. I think you threw one at her. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Did I?
Possible.
She threw it at Dan,
I got hit with the
but Mark was eating it. Yes.
Yeah.
What's
So you
what's
got-
the special ingredient in your brownies?
Oh, you know.
Lots of love.
Love, exactly. Thank you. That's same in mine.
That was
Love it.
that was
All right.
Mark who threw
Good
the
answer.
brownie in the video.
All right, Mark. He
Anyway.
was a brownie chucker, and his father was a brownie chucker before. Long line of brownie chuckers.
That is not your name, Mark Brownie Chucker.
I think he threw it at her because Rachel had to move her car or something.
Yep.
Accurate.
Yeah.
All I
you
know
got to
is-
check it out. Smoke
All
and
I know
Mirrors.
is 2 minutes and 32 seconds in there, you get a look at her that is just. I've spent a lot of
Oh
money.
yeah,
That's my sister.
'Cause she's a real good dancer.
She is.
That's what he's talking about.
yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
very good dancer.
Yes.
And so yeah, raising the money.
Did you show her some of those moves?
Oh, I showed him all of her moves. Yeah.
Well, now we know.
The boys are terrible dancers, but no, it's a little backwards the way we did it. We completely self-funded the Fight Back record.
Right.
So we recorded that record in early 2019, completely self-funded, scraping everything we had together as a band, and we made that record. And we were slowly just releasing a single at a time, and then when it became time to put out the full record, instead of just throwing it on Spotify and letting it, do its thing, we just wanted to do more than just put it out. So we got the physical copies of the CD, we made T-shirts, and we had just a bunch of extra perks to go along with it. So if you went to buy the record or get handwritten lyrics from Rachel, or if you wanted to play an acoustic show, there was more stuff that you could do along with it. So we just kind of did it a little backwards that way, but it worked out really good. We raised a lot more money than we thought we would. Like, we exceeded our goal, and it helped really propel us into the second record. So
Was that-
thank you to all of our fans for buying stuff.
Was that Indiegogo you did that through? or was
Indiegogo.
that part of? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, man.
That is great.
Yeah,
I thought for
yeah.
sure he was going to be like, well, Dan's Aunt Martha died and he got inheritance. And
Totally. Well, it's awkward when you do that stuff. You don't know how it's going to go. You know?
yeah,
You
because
just
nobody
don't know.
might bite.
No
that.
one
Yeah.
cares. And we broke our goal in like the first week. So
was-
Wow.
we were blown
Nice.
away.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic in a week to be able to pull
Yeah.
something
It
like
was-
that off.
Yeah, mind blowing.
Sure.
So before that whole thing happened last year, you guys got to tour a little bit too, right? Didn't you go to
Yeah.
Georgia?
Yeah, take it away,
Mark,
Dan and Mark. Yeah, Mark, say something.
We got hooked up with a great band called Rehab.
Right.
at
From
a-
Turner Fest. You
Yes.
played with
Yes.
them there. Yeah.
Fest. And those guys are awesome. They reached out to us a couple months after the show and were like, hey, do you want to come play a couple shows in Georgia with us? Where did we go, Dan?
We were first night we were in Athens, Georgia, at the Georgia Theater, and then the second night we were in Savannah, Georgia, at Victory North, I believe it was called.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Good memory.
Yeah, they phenomenal venues. We had a blast, and then we came back and we were supposed to do a couple shows with Mayday Parade and Andrew WK and Story of the Year, but COVID happened right before all of that. So it all
He
just
didn't
kinda-
say that. Didn't hear that. Ignore it. Ignore it.
The C
The
word.
The thing happened.
C-word.
They're Illuminati. They're trying to spread it, man.
Yeah, let's go with C word works.
The C word happened.
Yeah.
And everything
Oh.
kind of got shut down. But no, I think that our first show back second show back is going to be with Rehab in St. Peters, Missouri,
Right?
actually.
At
Bringing it
the
back.
Diamond Music
Diamond
Hall.
Music Hall, yeah.
Right. That's on May 29th.
Correct.
Nice. Nice.
So we're excited to kind of get the machine rolling again and get back out on the road and hopefully stay on the road for a bit this time.
we miss it.
Yeah. So you guys were just getting ramped up and starting to have fun and then stop.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. But you spent that time putting together some videos and releasing stuff the
Yeah.
entire time, raising funds for the new
Yeah.
record.
We're back.
We went to D.C., to L.A., to Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah.
Look, this is the
Iowa?
third time you've brought L.A. up in the past 35 years. You're in a town called Alton, and if you look at the sign out there, it says Alton. Look at it backwards, not L.A.
That's true.
We are not L.A.
Right.
Stop bringing them up, man.
When we were in LA, it was so sunny and beautiful.
Yeah.
Dad, did you have to fly into LAX?
We did.
Yeah.
Isn't that horrible?
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that
It's
just
the
horrible?
worst.
We were trying to pull out, and it was like a beehive.
Hey,
Everyone
it's a
just-
family show, dude.
He said trying to.
At least he was honest.
Yeah, he
but
was
still.
making family. What are you talking about? No, why'd you guys go to Los Angeles? Didn't you do some recording there or mixing or something?
Yeah, we worked with Mike Plotnikoff out there in the Howard Benson studios, who did everyone from Van Halen to the Cranberries
Oh, wow.
to
Yeah.
a bunch of cool guys. Yeah.
That was intimidating walking. He had like
He did everyone as he was trying to pull out. That's all I've heard. That's all I heard you say. I don't know what else, what other words you put in there, but those were the ones that my brain latched
Totally.
on to. I'm sorry. We're trying to do a radio show here. I will shut up for a while. And you guys discuss whatever we're talking about.
sure.
The cool place you were at in Los Angeles is where we left off
Right.
before the Pigpen break. Or the pig pile break, as Flip Frog likes to call you.
Oh my gosh. So where was it in LA?
We were,
It was Malibu.
we were right outside Malibu and Woodland Hills, I
Yeah.
believe. And it was West Valley Recording Studios. And we were out there for about a week doing a new song. But yeah, other than that, it was what Mike was saying. It was super intimidating kind of walking in because that was the first time we really walked into a major studio like that where it's like, you better know your stuff or get out.
Right.
Type, you know,
It's not just a guest house with a detached garage next to it.
Which I might have preferred.
Probably more comforable. you
Hey,
know,
The
but-
Squire studio was so relaxing. And he's such a chill, nice guy, and not nothing against Mike. Mike Plotnikoff was super nice.
super nice.
Like
yeah.
all these
I heard
big
Mike,
producers
yeah.
are like the nicest dudes.
I heard Mike gives back rubs and everything even before you do
Oh yeah,
stuff.
he'll massage you up and
Yeah.
relax you into it. He was like guitar Yoda. Like,
yeah.
Nice.
that guy. I don't know if you've ever like Googled him. 'cause
You must.
we reached out to Howard Benson first, and he said he was busy making the new 3 Days Grace record. But he goes, "But my engineer Mike Plotnikov's available, and he digs your tunes." And I was like, "Okay, it might be cool." I'd never heard of him, but we did a quick Google. We're like, "Oh, he's like dialed in the guitar tones on all of our favorite records."
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
and like he was recording like Joe Perry from Aerosmith and
Yeah.
like all like insane.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, Van Halen, all the bands again that we grew up listening to. You know, he was just a complete beast. So
There you
Wow.
go.
yeah, it was cool.
But intimidating to walk in.
Very
Did they have
much.
like a gold fountain in the lobby, or what was intimidating?
It was
about
bronze,
it?
but yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I think there was a fountain in like
There was a fountain.
That's how you know that they're big time.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe like chocolate covered strawberries coming out of it. And
There was a fountain that was in the middle of all their platinum and gold records.
Dude, yeah, like it was like a square like hallway that you could walk around with all their platinum and gold records, and in the middle there was like a courtyard with a fountain.
We're really dumb for not like drinking out of it and see if any magic happened.
Unfortunately, R. Kelly has been there before you, so you shouldn't have been drinking out of the fountain. Just to let you know.
What's our safe word again?
Stop!
Men in Heat Band. Or Bounce House. We can use that one too. We like Bounce Houses.
Yeah.
Oh man. So there you go. Which song did you record out in L.A.?
It's not out. Which we say
It's not out yet.
Oh,
Okay.
secret!
It's all right.
It's
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
You heard it here first.
We got to 'em last
The
time.
name could change because it could go either way. But as of now, it's a song called "Hey You."
Oh,
Rachel,
someone did that already.
what?
Yeah, Pink Floyd's got one.
Out there in the world.
Pink Floyd. Well, it's either gonna
No,
be
no,
"Hey
that's
You"
a- that's
or
a good
"All
one.
About You." But I think we're gonna go with "Hey You."
I've got one
I like
called
Hey
All
You,
About
yeah.
You already.
Ah!
All about me.
All right, then it's going with "Hey You." But yeah, it's "Hey You." It's the poppiest song on the record so far, and we love it.
You wrote that
I-
in Nashville, actually.
Yeah, Rachel and I wrote that one with Nick Wheeler from the band The All American Rejects down in Nashville about a month before we left for LA. So we were able to do a little pre-production in Nashville, kind of get a good feel for the song, and use a lot of that pre-production work and the final mix that you hear in the tune that we did with Mike. So
Man, you guys
yeah.
sound fabulous, man.
Ah, thank you.
Everything I hear, just so professionally done. The videos are outstanding. You got to check out these guys' YouTube channel, The Wild and Free, right on YouTube.
that's it.
And they got stories and everything. They rip off TV shows, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Who does your video work?
I do with our cinematographer, Dave, with the exception of 2 other videos. Our last single, How These Things Go, was done by JT Ibanez. He also did a song called Band-Aid. But everything else, I do it with our friend Dave Stankoven, and he hooks it up, and we just write the video, and we do them in about a day, maybe 2. And, yeah, they're fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the Upside Down is the video I'm talking about where they're ripping off TV.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At first,
Totally.
I
First one.
thought it was E.T. Because
Well,
they're
totally.
chasing
You're
after.
not wrong.
They're chasing after Rachelle on their bikes. Like, she gets like ripped out from under this bed. It's really like scary, and they're like, "We'll get on our bikes and find her." Now, what I want to know is, there's a part they get off the bikes, they take off running, and then it zooms in on a foot stepping on a log. Literally jumping over a log to go find her.
all
Whose
right.
foot was that? That's what I want to know. Whose foot?
That's the big question.
It was mine.
I want to say it was Mike's foot.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've
If it
stopped.
was a Chuck, it was mine.
Again, just like the other video with Rachel in the bikini, I have stared at that foot for up to 5 minutes at a time, just going, look at that. There's like a little mark on one side, and
Oh, yeah.
there's a mole that I don't know if it's changing on you, but on my screen it keeps changing in color and size. You might want to get it checked
Yeah,
out.
a lot of dudes like my foot.
What is the lyric in that song? Can you hear a voice that doesn't make a sound?
Yeah,
Is
the
that-
lyrics were just derived from the show Stranger Things.
Okay.
So if you're a fan of Stranger Things, we wrote a song called The Upside Down. It was our first single. That feels like ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Good
yeah.
video.
Montauk.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could talk about that. We could go there.
That's all I wanted to say.
You see how they got real quiet?
I know, it's all Illuminati over
Yeah,
here.
well,
They're
you
like,
know,
oh, he knows about Montauk.
They probably
Okay.
use those guys.
We thought he was the dumb one for sure.
They've been in the chair, I'm afraid. They have been in the chair.
Upside down to how these things go.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, you guys have stayed real busy and brand new one out there now. How these things go and a making of that as well. And it came out April 2nd, and this was a few days ago. 3,500 streams already.
It's at 4,000.
You don't got to get all braggadocious over
We
there.
got back from LA and we checked the streams and they were at 4,000.
Nice.
Mark, we got Mark staying real quiet over there in the center. Something tells me he knows how to build those robots that keep streaming their
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're on me, man.
I'm just making accusations because I've only got 2 views on my song, and I was both me. I didn't even finish the second time. It was so bad. Halfway through my own song, I just logged off.
Oh my god, that's great.
So the band we're talking to is the Wild and Free.
The wild and the free.
No, only one
right.
the Wild
good.
and Free Band.com.
All right.
Right. And you guys are on all the social media.
All of them.
Right.
All over that
You
internet.
got check marks and all that stuff.
Got blue check marks,
Do we?
brown
Working on
dots.
it.
Yeah.
You're going to have
All
a brown dot before the night's over.
Safe word.
Yeah, safe word. Bounce house.
Bounce house.
With that, we'll move on to Saturday around the river bend.
All right, let's do it.
So the Performing Arts Grab Bag is happening from 1 to 3.
I'm
Right?
sorry, grab bag is
Hey,
just too funny to not laugh at a little bit.
I know, this is pretty good. The Performing Arts Grab Bag from 1 to 3 at Jacoby's Art Center. So here's what's up. Musicians, spoken word artists, actors, dancers, all performing artists meet up at JAC, that's Jacoby's Art Center, for a mashup performing arts playtime.
Wow.
All right. It's free to get in. They do accept donations. You don't need to RSVP, right? You come in with 1 minute piece or just ready to improv, right? All the names go in a bag. They grab 2 or 3 at a time to perform together with the idea that random things put together sometimes make for brilliance.
All right.
Yeah, sounds like a wild time.
You
Start your Saturday.
It is.
You want to go there, don't you?
Well, it
I
does
can
sound like
tell
a wild
he's getting
time.
excited.
Well, and it's free, but they take donations. It's a grab. All I know is if
You
someone
know what
grabs
I-
my bag, I'll donate all over them.
You know what I actually thought about, though? What a cool thing to take your kid to, especially
Yeah.
if it's a kid like Lydia, who's good
so
at working
weirdo,
off
yeah.
of things like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we talked about that when she was at the wrestling matches. You know, how she engages, like, the whole idea of the show, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you got a kid that wants to get involved, this might be a good opportunity.
And it doesn't matter what set of skills they have. They can get thrown
Right.
up on stage, no matter what it is you like to do.
The kids that say the cute things would be the best to watch.
Kids say the darndest
They
things.
do say it. They should make a TV show called that.
Well, it's only kids that we can make fun of, Like, you can't be like Jews say the darndest things. People get all upset, I'm just saying. You can make fun of kids because we were all kids at one point, but you can't make fun of anyone anyway.
So,
You're not wrong.
before we go any
What I'm talking
further,
about. I have no idea.
I need to give out some congratulations. I meant to do this at the beginning of the show, but one of our past guests, Blake Fleming,
Oh, yeah.
he just signed a 5-year deal with Hudson Music.
Yes, I
And that's,
saw that.
That's guys like Steve Gadd, Neil Peart, Buddy Rich,
There
Gene
you go.
Kupra.
And you said the name Steve Gadd, so happy birthday. Tomorrow is his birthday.
Right.
Steve Gadd will be 75 years old tomorrow.
And he'll be on the show next
And
week, right?
There you go. Well, I'm going to call Steve tonight and see if I can hook it up.
So congratulations to Blake for signing that deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
We totally missed out that Matt Tall has released new material.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Matt won't take my calls anymore.
Well,
I've been
I don't
calling him
blame
for
him.
weeks.
I don't blame him.
You get handsy one time with the guy.
Yeah.
and it's like, he won't. Yeah, he hasn't accepted my calls. I've been trying to tell myself he's just busy. It's not me. He's just busy. But we'll see.
So back in December, on the 13th, he released Dime Store Survivors.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Then late again on January 22nd, his latest release was on the 13th. It's called Join Hands, and he does it with Doug Rafferty.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's
Nice.
beautiful. It's a beautiful tune. Check that one out.
I hope
Join Hands.
I hope there's a picture of the two of them holding hands on the front of that album or whatever.
And we got new releases from a couple other guests coming up on the 18th. Shotgun Creek with their first release, right? They talked about that last week. And then April 23rd, The Intrusion going to release Everything. All that coming up.
Wow. Lot of releasing going on.
Right, lots of releasing. Hey,
I'm ready for a full release right now.
one more congratulations to...
Safe word.
That's an album. That's not a single. That's an album. It's called full release.
We're stealing that.
No. This is why I didn't ask you guys back last time. You stole so much of my stuff. Earlier, whenever you were willing to tell us what you did in L.A., I was going to say you've earned yourself some food tonight, but now forget it. Forget it. You just lost it all.
That's what the best do. We just steal.
There you go. All right, you can take whatever you want. So what else we got going on?
I just want to congratulate Troy Taylor again, another sellout for his event. He's doing different ghost stories and stuff. And Evening of Hell, Hath No Fury, sold that one out Saturday night at the Best Western Premier Hotel. It's $44 a person, including dinner. So he's doing well with those stories, and every one of them's been sold out so far. So that's awesome.
Had he charged $33, these guys would have all lit up a little bit, but 44 didn't do nothing for them. Didn't even move their needle.
Well, 33's next. You want to go there now?
All right, Agents of the Free and 33 on the Needle at the Conservatory on Saturday at 8 p.m.
We had those guys on recently, and they talked about the grab bag thing going on.
Yeah.
Right? Now back to Magic Johnson. We did bring him up earlier.
That's right.
Fully recovered, Magic Johnson is back Saturday night. That's John Johnson, our past guest. And Jay Sabo and Greg Hayes, I went down and checked that out recently. Had a blast. Jay's just a terrific singer.
Yeah.
And John doing his magic. It was fun to sit there and actually critique him because that's what he was doing between sets. So we sat and talked about, his ideas. He's trying out new material and different things. So good time. That's 7 to 10 at the Lodge at Lovejoy Saturday in Alton. Check it out.
When John does that swallowing the sword thing, I don't want to look at that. I really don't want to see that. It hurts my throat to watch it.
And he's like 6'8", so that's one long sword.
And he's got, his throat is this big. So, if you ever decide to do anything besides being a magician, I'm sure you could find work.
Mike, are you insinuating Dan can swallow swords? You're pointing at it.
I know he can.
Look, we're talking about actual metal sword. This isn't a euphemism we're talking here. This is a magician thing we're talking about, not a back alley, parlor trick.
Safe word.
Hey, you want to make 14 the hard way?
I think Mike was ready to hear again about Fast Eddie's.
Yes.
And food and Alton. It's back Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, every night. Fast Eddie's. Naked Soul 2 to 6 on Saturday. Hollywood at 5 at 7 o'clock. Also, Saturday, pianos with Jay Wash, Paige Kirby, and Gary Cooper on drums. I'm not sure how Paige Kirby and Gary Cooper are on drums at the same time. I'm not sure if that's what that even means. 9 p.m. at Raging Cajun in Alton. Tanglefoot, 6 to 10 at Chubby's in Alton.
All right.
What's that one?
Shangri-La at Third Shoot in Alton Saturday night.
Hey, Alex has a sponsor, and he plays guitar for Money Shot.
That's Mike Crider from Farmers Insurance.
Right, and Money Shot is playing 7 o'clock at Bluff City Grill in Alton. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, there you go. Pat Liston, $30 private concert.
Right.
3 to 6 p.m. at the Owls Club on Saturday night. So there you go.
So
check out Pat Liston.
A little insight here. This is something Pat was doing during that thing that happened. So he just set up small private concerts.
Yeah.
And the only way you could find out even where it was by sending him an email and getting on the list.
Right.
So this is very similar, but now they're kind of opening it up to more people. They're posting it.
Yeah.
Before it would just say private. So he tells stories in between about the songs. Yeah. So that's what makes it a little more intimate. And that's Saturday, 3 to 6 at the Owls Club in Alton.
And if you've never been intimate with Pat Liston, you're missing out. That's all I'm going to say.
He's an amazing talent.
Oh, yeah. Handsy, but amazing talent.
Speaking of amazing talent, Andy Bensman is way better than his brother on guitar.
Poor Jeff. That means Jeff Binsman's playing. They got Lady Luck. There it is. Jeff Binsman and Lady Luck, 7 to 11 p.m. at Baker's and Hale. And if you haven't been to Baker's and Hale yet, go out, man. It's that farm-to-table food that is just delicious.
Verified by Mike Crider last week, too. Everyone who comes in and talks about that place, the first thing they say is, man, the food's awesome.
They got this hamburger, the Baker and Hale burger. They put bacon jam on it.
Oh.
It's just crazy good.
That's Illuminati right there.
Yeah.
Dustin Coleman, 8 to 11 at Locke's Brick House in Bethalto on Saturday. Hey, the Pump House is back with music.
Yeah.
They're back. Walk on, 9:30 at the Pump House in Wood River.
When's the last time you've been down to the Pump House? Has it been a minute?
Oh, and they totally redone it too, right?
They've not only every time I go
That's all
in there,
they
they
did
keep
during the thing.
redoing it.
Yeah.
So now they've got like 20, 30 pinball machines in there
I
too.
know.
So I took the kids down the other night. I ate some dinner, played some pinball. It was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, they've really expanded that place and done a nice job with it.
Oh, pinball! I thought you were doing something else. I thought you were warming up for later.
What's the Dan doing over there?
I thought he was practicing his fingering. I'm not sure what he was doing.
Well, we got to keep those fingers in shape. When the guitar players, Dale Papp, 9 o'clock at the Refinery Bar in Wood River on Saturday. Isaiah Christian, 7 to 10 at George's Local Brew in Jerseyville. Terry Beck, 3 to 7 at Grafton Winery. My new band, Helicopter Rides.
That's a good name
I
for
know.
a band.
It's a great name.
I'm going.
No.
You could probably even charge a decent cover charge, and people are going to throw it down. Go, helicopter rides, $10.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Actually, that's an event. They're going to have helicopter rides back at the Hog Pit, starting at noon all the way through Sunday. Kickstart going to perform at 2 o'clock at the Hog Pit in Grafton. The Truckers, 4 o'clock at the Loading Dock in Grafton. Flipside, 8 o'clock at Hooch and 16s in Granite City. Burning Bridges, 6 to 10 at Wild Pickens in Chesterfield. Ashley and Ethan, 6 to 9 at Prairie Inn in Dorsey. Colossal Wreck, 8 p.m. to 12 at Wigglers at Holiday Shores in Edwardsville. And that's guys from Amped Up. And that's Ray Ayers from Hooky on drums there.
Ah, nice. He plays in quite a few bands around here.
Yeah. Back to our mystery. Saturday, Scott is playing at 2 o'clock at the Foundry in Edwardsville.
All right. You know what? I've got it.
You do?
I got it. Michelle is sick, and Scott is going without her.
Yeah.
And I just talked to her tonight. Today. She's not sick.
No. He does his own thing.
Oh, he does his own thing?
But he just calls himself Scott. He's like, kind of like Prince.
Yeah,
only
exactly.
Scott.
Right.
So
I bet he can't play basketball as good as Prince.
Well, I'd like
Prince
to see that match. I don't know. Yeah. I think Scott could hold up.
When I said Prince can ball, I wasn't even talking about basketball.
Yeah. Anyways. So Scott Marlin. Scott Marlin. But he puts Scott on the stuff.
There you go.
Marlin Music. You can.
By the way, Michelle, you were supposed to call me back if you're listening, and you didn't.
Okay. Well, there you go. Darian Rowe, 6 o'clock at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville on Saturday. Your buddy Catfish Willie, 9:30.
Right.
9:30 at Patrick's in Granite City. Somebody will be at Deutsch. They always are. Lanny and Julie, 6:30 to 10 at the Canton Inn in Hillsboro. And, hey, a World Powerhouse Wrestling TV taping.
Wow.
So you can get on TV with them.
Nice.
4 o'clock all the way up in Mount Vernon. But I had to mention that. And Andy Bismuth is going to wrestle? He's going to be playing this weekend, too.
Oh yeah. I thought he was going to wrestle. I'm like, that would be something to see.
Man, we got another half a page just for Sunday.
So now that you mentioned Andy Binsman was playing, let's talk about what he's doing.
Go ahead. We did last time these guys were on. This was one of the names that,
Cricket and the Grilled Avocados.
Right.
Playing at Chubby's in Alton, 3 to 7 p.m. on Sunday.
Rochelle was so hungry we talked about possibly eating crickets.
Yeah, and grilled avocados.
Right, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that would give me a chubby. So there you go. Chubby's 3 to 7, Cricket and the Grilled Avocados Sunday.
Now, Mike is waiting around for us to finish.
And Mark won't say a dang word over there.
Right.
He's just like the handler.
Because he wants to go to
things straight.
Fast Eddie's.
Yes.
Right? Which we called ahead and made sure we'll be.
Are you high, boy?
No.
He gets that all the time.
You got those Jim Brewer eyes that just always make you look.
I always look like this.
That's what Jim Brewer says, too, and I didn't believe him when he told me that.
Yeah.
So just so you know.
I'm part of the Illuminati, so I can't tell you for sure.
Whoa.
There we go.
See,
okay.
he's straightforward.
See, now, I don't believe him because he would never admit that. See, now you've just outed yourself as
Maybe I'm trying to fake you
a
out.
false prophet.
That is Mark from the Wild and Free
And that was the most he spoke the whole
.com.
hour.
Yeah, about the Illuminati.
There you go. What else is going on Sunday other than cricket and the grilled
Well,
avocados?
for some reason I was going to bring up Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
Okay.
Because Mike wanted me to. Naked Soul 1 to 5, and Jake and the Truckers 6 to
right.
10 at Fast Eddie's on Sunday. Another private concert from Pat Liston. So you got 2 shots of seeing him Saturday or Sunday.
Nice. Sunday's a matinee, 3 to 6.
3 to 6, so is Saturday. That way you can go check him out before you go out and see the rest of these bands. So he's thinking. Kurt Copeland doing the open mic up at Uncle Al's in Jerseyville from 4 to 7 on Sunday. Bo Pleasure, 2 to 6 at the Grafton Winery. Steve Mellis and Bo Smith, 2 o'clock with helicopter rides continuing until 6 p.m. weather permitting at the Hog Pit in Grafton. Trilogy, 2 p.m. at the Loading Dock in Grafton. Jonathan Baker Duo, 2 o'clock at Aries in Grafton. Still Smoking, 2 to 6 p.m. at Wild Pickens in Chesterfield. Lanny and Julie, 3 to 6 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Adam Gaffney, 2 p.m. at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville. Midlife Duo, 2 p.m. at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. Mike Matthews, 5 p.m. at Patrick's in Granite City. Sunday Fun Day at Whodats at 1 o'clock in Collinsville. There'll be somebody at Deutz. They just didn't post it. The Grand Band, 2 p.m. at Copper Dock Winery in Pocahontas. And finally, the very end, Borderline.
There you
Borderline, 4 p.m. at Ballpark Village in
Nice.
St. Louis. So,
Nice. Good show. Wow, that was a big Sunday right there.
tell me about it.
Yeah, you're running out of breath there, and we're running out of time. How did that
We are.
happen?
TheWildandFreeBand.com.
Hold
You
on,
guys,
hold on. Before we go any further, one of you guys got to get up there and set that clock back an hour because I need another hour to talk about stuff.
Hey, we can do it.
I haven't got everything off my chest yet. And I
Sure.
don't want you to get no dinner tonight because I forget why.
No worries.
I'm sure you did something horrible to me.
Yes.
so they're playing a festival coming up May 22nd.
Yeah.
The 50-50 Fest in Poplar Bluff, right?
Yes.
That's the
So
one.
what's
That's
that
the
all
one.
about?
I figure the
So-
Lots of 50-50 drawings, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, no, a friend of ours from a band in a past life.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on, was the band called In a Past Life, or was it just a band
No,
that you
just-
were in?
just-
I'm
back-
so confused
back
by you
in the
guys.
day.
It's called Ocean by July.
July. Yes.
Now, was it in July that you had the band, or was it
Ocean by
By
July.
It was in June. By July.
Yes.
we're back to Kill It Before September, or whatever it was.
Totally.
But yeah, he
What's going on?
a friend of ours hit us up and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw together kind of a little Warped Tour style
Nice.
festival with food trucks, bands, skateboarding, things like that. You guys want to come play?" And
Yes.
yeah, and we were like, "Absolutely, let's do it." So yeah,
I've seen some really good Warp Tours through the years.
Oh, yes.
I
We
had
miss
a
it.
heat stroke on stage at Warped Tour
Oh.
in 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Now, I know what a Cleveland Steamers. What is a heat stroke exactly? How do you perform that act?
Well, you see,
You got to reach
chugged
around
a
from
bunch.
behind.
You unload a bunch of gear in 108-degree weather, and then you pass out.
Whew. And this is what the kids are doing for fun these days.
It was-
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, so that's May 22nd in
yeah.
Poplar Bluff, the 50-50 Fest. And then on the 29th, you guys mentioned this one at the Diamond Music Hall in
Yes.
St. Peter's with Rehab, right?
Rehab.
That's the one. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
excited. That was supposed to happen like a year ago, and it's finally going to happen now.
It's going to happen.
And
the
then
C word happened.
Yes.
Candace Bergden. No.
further down the line, a big one looks like to me, August 20th, Delmar Hall
Yep.
No.
with Story of the
Nice.
Year.
Story of the year.
Yeah, that'll be good. That was also one that was supposed to happen like a year ago.
Yeah, Story of the Year with our friends, Discrepancies. We are super excited and honored to be on that bill.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. And Delmar Hall is a nice.
Oh, it's a fun place.
It does not suck.
no, that's no dive bar you're playing there. That's
No.
I love the way they got the bar separate from the music room. So
Right, right.
People who want to sit and talk and go on the other side of the
Totally.
door, and people who want to shut up and listen to music can be on the other side of the door.
Exactly.
I love it when places are sort of set up.
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
that.
It's an awesome spot.
Yeah. So
'Cause otherwise, I just feel like background music.
Sure.
pretty interesting 2020 for you guys. You got I Don't Want to Feel released back in February 2020. Let It Rain in May of 2020. Mark had a birthday. He turned 21.
Yes, you did.
Yes. You did.
Yeah. And you released Fight Back.
In September.
In September.
Right.
Yeah. All in 2020, man.
Yeah.
Plenty of things to keep you guys busy.
Yep.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys coming in.
Hey, thanks
So much for having us.
Yeah.
Please stream our song, How These Things Go.
So the last time you were in, you
Spotify.
promised to bring us T-shirts. That did not happen.
Did you do that, Dan?
Including one for a V-neck for Pigpen. And since that didn't happen, you know,
They won't be back. Is that what you're telling me? Should I write this down?
I
No
I
more
would like
Wild and the
Rachelle to write me a letter,
Yep.
right?
Apologize.
And here's the questions. Here's the questions I have for her. Number one, did she get in the bounce house at Turnerfest?
Yes.
That is.
She did.
I need that answer
She finds a way.
in writing.
And then it deflated, and we thought she broke it, but it was just a coincidence.
All
Was
right?
it though? Was it though?
Was it really?
Also in writing, I want to know: is she happy because the year ended?
She is.
Right? That's a song,
Yes.
right? Are you
Oh,
happy?
yeah.
That's right. We did a Christmas song, didn't we?
I thought that was a pretty neat song. Actually,
thanks, man.
the lyrics to "Be the Hero."
Oh yeah,
Was
those
a
are some of
really-
my favorite that she wrote as
Yeah.
well. That's inspirational.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a great one.
You guys got to check all that stuff out. The YouTube page for the videos. You guys are on all the download places, all the social media places with check marks and brown dots.
Don't you forget it.
Oh, I won't, buddy. I won't.
And we're
Never
looking
forget a brown
forward.
dot.
We're looking forward to the Bounce House World Tour, where you
yeah.
play in bounce houses full of chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yes.
Oh, what a time.
What a time.
Oh, what a time. Yeah, that's so. Thanks so much. I'm glad you guys are getting back out there, and,
Yeah.
and super happy to hear that you stayed busy, and we managed to keep them 5 minutes over, so the kitchen is now closing.
Perfect.
You're too late for food.
Hey.
we're done here. That's all I wanted to do.
We just need the beer.
Just joshing with you. Fast Eddie's will be serving cheap food all night.
Right on.
So, thanks for coming in, guys. That
Thanks
is
so
the
much.
Wild
Yeah,
and the Free. The website is what?
The Wild.
TheWildandFreeBand.com.
WildandFreeBand.com. On Facebook, check the same thing out. The Wild and Free Band.
sir. All of them.
Instagram. all that.
Spotify's the big one we're pushing right now with the new song, How These Things Go. Stream it, add it to your playlist, all that good stuff.
4,000 streams
4,000.
since April 2nd. That is outstanding.
You get like almost a tenth of a penny for each one of those.
Yeah.
Almost.
We wish.
I think we've made $3 so far.
Whoa.
I would,
Not to brag.
I would frame that check. That is the biggest royalty check I would have ever seen.
Right.
I've seen some like 23-cent ones and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, if you like the song too, check out thewildandfreeband.com. We do have limited merch that went along with the release. We got like limited T-shirts, more lyrics. What else we got, Mark?
Buttons.
I think that's all we have left. We've got
Buttons.
some button packs, then the T-shirts, and then we've got a couple posters left as well.
Couple posters. Mark's holding a drum head. He's really proud of that.
Finally,
Nice.
we hit Mark's sweet spot. He's the merch guy. He's in
merch
charge
guy.
of merch.
Yeah.
Now we know. Next time he comes in, I'm going to have a million
just
merch questions.
lit up.
So how is it that you order such soft T-shirts? I don't know what I'm going to say.
Totally.
I have no idea. All right, guys, thanks again for
More
coming in.
importantly, where is our T-shirt?
I believe Dan promised you that last time. That's
Right.
not on me. I'm sorry.
Okay,
And
well,
Zach has
I want
the
an
tub.
essay from
I
Rachelle
don't recall.
about the year ending
Listen,
Yes.
in bounce houses.
V-neck. You
All right,
got to have
I-
V-necks.
I got
man.
you next time, man.
Yeah.
I promise.
And remember, the
He's like, I heard
deeper the
that
V, the
before.
gayer they be. So,
Yeah.
mine goes to my belly button.
Belly button window.
Safe word.
I think I want to start a band called Safe Word. That's a great name for a band right there. All right, hey guys, thanks again for coming in. Thanks so much for our sponsors, Halpin Music Company, Matt Van Boris of Macias Insurance. Thanks guys for keeping us on the air for so stinking long.
And Alex's sponsor, Michael Crider of Farmers Insurance. And you can check everything out, the links and all that stuff and catch up with stuff and at cottonmouth.org, right?
There you go.
Constantly updating that, so to keep you on top of the music scene. And what do we do every week, Pigpen?
We have to get out and support local music and art.
I'm going to just join the network and progress
from
here.
handing out water.